Morning. Yes, because overwhelming request. But technically we did yesterday quite long. Yeah, we'll do some more today. I'll give you some nice background music also in case you hear the birds chirp. So now that I found this new program to have the music in the background, so let me see. I think that's everybody, isn't it? I've got such bad memory. Cannot remember who, but I think that's everybody. Yes, we can start. So I'll start the music. We'll be on child's pose first. So the music will be lightly on the background, so it will be softer than we used in flow to music. So settle down, toes together, forehead down. So take your time. So deep stretch today. So not too much of big movement, just a bit of muscle. So it's not exactly yin, it's deep stretch. So we'll still move our muscles enough to get it warm so that we can really stretch into it. So here, sink your hips towards your heels. Lengthen up your fingertips. Make it one of your deepest extended child's pose you start in. Getting into the mind frame here for the weekend, relaxing into it. Sinking your armpits down towards the mat. Tuning into your breath here, making them nice and long. Sweeping away anything that comes to you, your mind, that's not going to serve the purpose of getting you nice and relaxed. Bring your attention back to your breath here. Couple more breaths. Now slowly, on your next inhale, gently lifting up your forehead and walk your palms over to the rightmost corner. Stack your left on top of right. Just stretching here into your left side. Head between your biceps. Sink your left hip back down towards your left heel. Now slowly on your next inhale, lifting back up over to the opposite side, sinking. Again, paying attention, right hip to right heel. Forehead reaching towards the ground. Breathe into your right side. One more breath here. Now slowly on your next inhale, lifting up. Palms back to center, sinking back in towards your child's pose, forehead down. And any tiny movement here that feels good. Breathe into the inner thigh, inner groin as you sink here. And slowly on your next inhale, you're going to lift up. Walk yourself towards your knees. Close your knees, coming into Vrajasana. So here you're welcome to use your blocks. So if you don't want to go too deep, slide 1 or 2 blocks behind on your hips and then sit back down. Concentrating on our neck and our shoulder first as we begin today. Inhale, arms up. Interlock your finger, reaching up. Now exhale, release your left palm, right knee, right palm back. Making a movement with your arm, lifting clockwise, reaching behind. So 3 movements here. So we want to move first before we stretch. So again, deep stretch today. So slightly different from yin. So once you finish your 3 rounds, circle it back the opposite direction. Making the effort to maybe look back as you swing back and forward. Finishing up your last round, reaching your right palm back. Inhale, left arm can reach up. And then sort of twist, reaching, pressing back. So don't go too back. We don't want it to come into a back bend, just stretching out the left side, but diagonally over to the right. Now inhale, come back to center, arms facing forward. And then exhale, you're going to drop the left palm down behind you. And then you're going to do the same thing as we did here before we move into the arm circle first. So we reversing it. So right arm sort of reach. You're reaching diagonally. This one's about 7:30. Roll that left shoulder back. Feel the shoulder, left shoulder blade meeting the middle of your upper back. Now, exhale, release the right palm on the outside left knee and start making your big arm circles now. So whichever direction, doesn't matter, we'll do it in both directions. Moving with your breath. So deepen your breath here. Don't let it go hurried. Everything should be nice, calm, and slow. Finishing out your 3 breaths here, or 3 rounds actually, and then change direction. So maybe you're like me, a bit of shoulder soreness, so this will help. Coming back to center, arms back up, facing forward. This time, exhale, bring your arms behind you. You're going to interlock your palms together, squeeze your palms, roll that shoulder blades together, and then maybe look gently up here. Now exhale, lower your chin down parallel. You're going to bring that fist over to the right side. Bring your neck, or not your neck, your ear, right ear to right shoulder. So you feel a nice deep stretch on your left side. So trying to lower that left shoulder away, lengthening out the left side of the neck. One more breath. Now inhale, head back center. Exhale, release and squeeze that palms together. Roll your shoulders back. Maybe tilt your neck slightly up to look up. And then exhale, gently release. Palms lifting back up and then swinging it back again. So this time interlock the different way. So maybe just now you had your left thumb up. This time make sure you have the other thumb up. So the weird way around. So again, squeeze that palm together. Gently look up. Now exhale, chin back to parallel. Bring the fist over to the left side of your waist. And then bringing your right ear to right shoulder. So pull it down. Did I do the wrong side? Yes, I did the wrong side. Stop listening to me. Left ear to left shoulder. We're stretching the right side. So this time, pull the right shoulder down. Feel the length here. You can close your eyes down. Don't fall asleep. I know some of you say you tend to fall asleep in long stretches. So still be here present. Just nice and stressless and relaxed. Now inhale, head back center, release your palm, squeeze it back down. One more squeeze here. And exhale, gently release. Inhale, taking your arms up. This time, exhale, release to shoulder level. You're going to swing the right arm over on top of your left. Bend your left in towards you and we're stretching into that shoulder. Turn slightly to look over to the right so that you can rest your chin on your right shoulder. Yeah, Catherine, your mic is on or it's muted, yes. One more breath here. Now, inhale, head back center. Exhale, release back. Now this time, left arm on top. Swing it over to the right. And then bend your elbow in. You can turn to look towards the left. Chin on your shoulder and really press down. Feel the nice stretch into your deltoid here. Now slowly release. Inhale, head back center. Exhale, release. If you got your block, you can release it. Come into tabletop. Palms down, cat cow. So 3 rounds, this time really nice and slow. Making it count here as you come towards. Press your palms down, lengthen out your neck. And then moving slowly towards your cat. 2 more rounds like this. Enjoying your cat cow really here. Moving nice and slow, enjoying every movement here. Feel your spine really articulating here. Once you're back to neutral, you're going to grab your blocks. If you got your blocks, you can always do this without the blocks, just your elbow touching down onto the mat. If you have your block, you can go deeper. So place it like a V shape, vertical V shape, elbow in the middle of your block, palms together. If you have that on the floor, that's fine. And then sink your chest through. Take your palm, maybe you will touch the top of your upper back or maybe your neck. Again, it depends the length of your body. So sink your hips towards the heels, but of course they're not touching. Sink your chest through, feel the stretch into your upper back, into your triceps. And then just go as deep as your body allows. Make sure no crunching in your lower back. You're stretching into your upper, big maybe. Two more breaths here. Now inhale, slowly roll yourself up, release your palms down, and then you can remove your blocks away, coming back through your tabletop. So stretching, twisting, and we're going to multitask again. So we're going to add our legs in, coming into inner thigh. On your next inhale, you're going to take your right leg back. Exhale, swing it over to the right side, toes pointing forward. So inner thigh stretch here. So inhale to start moving. Maybe 2-3 rounds. And then once you finish that, come back where you stack your shoulders on top of your wrist. Inhale, you're going to take your right arm up. So adding our shoulder stretch here. So shoulder should feel nice and yummy. So right shoulder down. Again, if you feel your inner thigh is restricting you to come down, you can have a block to rest your head down. So maybe you're not ready to go as deep now with the inner thigh stretch into the shoulder. Then adjust accordingly. Press that right foot down to let the outer sole lift up as you press your shoulder down. So don't sacrifice the stretch into your inner thigh for that shoulder stretch. Even if your shoulder doesn't touch down, you're going to still feel the stretch on the outer arm, up the outer side of your shoulder here. Left palm is pressing down to support you. So breathe here. Maybe scoot that right arm further over to the left to feel a deeper stretch here towards the middle of your shoulder blades. Now slowly on your next inhale, you're going to come back through center, lifting up. If you got your blocks, you can take it away back into your palms here. Slowly breathe here. If you need to shift, we're coming to stretch again your inner thigh. So sinking the hips down so you can untuck the back toes. Sink all the way down this time. Maybe walking your fingers, palms forward. taking your torso close to your thigh, maybe forehead comes down. If not, you can again always use a block for your elbows, coming halfway, so you can always adjust how deep you want to go. Nice deep breath here. Now inhale, slowly come back, palms down. So we're going to move into a hip stretch next. On your next inhale, swing that right leg back. Exhale, bend the knee, taking it through. You're going to stack it on top of your left, coming into Gomukhasana and walking back. So hip stretch next. So we did this yesterday also after our flow to music. So today we're doing it at the front of class. Make sure right hip sinks down. You can either hold on here, 3 options as usual, folding forward, or you can take your left under right for a eagle arm. So stretch into the upper back, fold back, or Gomukhasana arm, left arm on top, right arm. So if you feel really want to work into your shoulders, then this would be the option. Okay, so I did the eagle, so today I'm going to do Gomukhasana. So take your choice, fall forward, listen to your body, do what you need for your body right here, right now, not what other people are doing. Breathe here, sink that right hip back towards the floor if it's lifted up. One more breath here. Now slowly on your next inhale, roll up from wherever you are. Release your arm up. Maybe just roll your shoulders as you inhale, pop yourself back up. Release that right leg out. This time you're going to inhale, take your left arm forward, so a bit of core. So we want to move a bit. Elbow into knee, 3 rounds here. Moving with your breath. Nice and slow. We're not doing anything really strenuous. So keep your breath nice and even. Once you finish your 3 rounds, lower your left palm, right leg still stays up. As you exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, reach your left arm back forward to swing it back to catch hold of your foot in your left hand. So kick it back into your palm, roll that left shoulder back as you turn yourself back front, stretching into your right quad here. Press down strong into your right palm. Neck away from here. Feel that right side engage. One more breath. Now inhale, extend it forward first. And then exhale, lower. Right knee comes down. Let's switch over to the left. So we did a lot of things on the right. So back to the left. So inhale, let's extend the left leg out. Now exhale, take it over to the side, stretching to the inner thigh, shoulder stretch. Press onto the outside of your left outer sole here, and then shift gently forward. So you may feel a stretch towards the back of your inner thigh here. Shoulder stretch to add, so opposite arm here. So press down your right palm, inhale, left arm's going to come up. Exhale, let's thread it over to the right. So again, you can set up with your block to rest your head. Slide it all the way. You may hear a bone crack or your spine's crack because you are coming into quite a deep twist. Breathe into that left inner thigh. Right palm is pressing down to support you here. And maybe after a couple of breaths, you can slide that left palm more if your inner thigh allows you to go deeper. So you should feel a twist also from your lower back, up the mid-back through to your shoulder. So if at any time a pose feels slightly uncomfortable, as long as there's no pain, if it's uncomfortable, use your breath to take you through. Not all the pose will be your favorite. So part of it is to get your mind over your body, to hold in a pose, keeping your breath steady. Now slowly on your next inhale, you're going to press back up, coming back through center. And then exhale, release your palms down. Maybe the block goes away. Shifting your hips now into your inner thigh. So shifting a few bit more. And if you're ready, untuck the right back toe, sink your hip all the way back down. Maybe walk your fingers again forward, press into the left outer sole, feel the stretch along that inner thigh all the way to your inner hip crease. Send the breath to the space between your shoulder blades as you inhale, expand into your upper back. Breathe into the inner thigh as well. One more breath. Now slowly on your next inhale, lifting back up. Stretching into your Gomukhasana, your hips. So on your inhale, swing it back behind you. Exhale, bend the knee in, taking in towards your chest so that you can cross your left on top of your right. Walk back, sink your hips down. Left hip, ground it down. So arm choices, either holding on to your feet, Gomukhasana. So this time will be right arm under left in eagle, or right on top and left behind. So take your choice, whichever you prefer, folding forward as much as you can. Make sure left hip grounds, it doesn't pop up. Keep your back flat and straight. And then come back to your breath here once you're nice and set up. Use your exhale to go deeper. And keep your breath even. Even inhale and even exhales. One more breath here. Now slowly on your next inhale, lifting back up. Release your arms, maybe roll out your shoulders. Inhale, pop your hips up. Palms back down, coming into a little spinal balance here. So inhale, extend the left leg back. Right arm's going to come forward. And then exhale, bringing elbow to knee, 3 rounds here. Hold your core in, even though today we're not doing much here, you're still going to engage your core at any point of time here. So here you can always keep your right arm up, exhale, bend your left knee to reach your right arm behind to catch the foot into your arm. Kick that foot into your palm, right shoulder goes back, torso facing down. Keep kicking as long as your quad allows you, strengthening and stretching into that right quad. Your glutes also firing up. And then gently exhale, release first, and then inhale, extend it forward. And on your next exhale, release, palm, knee comes back down. Let's circle out right hip to right heel, 3 rounds just to add some movement here. 3 rounds one side, 3 rounds the opposite direction. Coming back to center, we're going to come out into downward dog. Like I said, it's a deep stretch, not in, so we will be on our feet a bit today. So come into downward facing dog, pad out your legs here. Taking time to really enjoy from going from one leg to the other, bending one knee generously. Torso close towards that thigh. And then switch to the other side. Now slowly come into stillness. Come into your beautiful downward dog. Hips reaching up, palms pressing down. Hips reaching towards the sky. Your whole torso is lengthened, and so is your leg. One more breath here. Now slowly walk your palms towards your feet. Open up your feet to about mat's width. Grabbing opposite elbows, we're coming into a wide-legged ragdoll. So you can still bend generously. We haven't really stretched into the hamstring. And then just rock side to side, allowing your spine to decompress here. That's the best we can do with our area. So let it swing, crown reaching towards the ground, creating space in the spinal disc, because most of the time we're seated. So we have them compressing all the time. So this is the best way to decompress. One more breath here. Now slowly release your palms down. Walk yourself back into your downward dog. We're going to open up the feet even wider. So if you have your mat horizontal, you can come into a wide-legged downward dog. Slightly pigeon your toes in, so toes pointing in, so that you don't slip out. So if you want to change to your arm, other direction on your mat, please do. So breathing here, same thing, stretch out the spine here. One more breath. Now on your next inhale, lifting up your forehead, you're going to take your right palm, reach towards the left ankle or anywhere along your left leg. So we're doing this wider than we normally do. So here you're going to pull yourself through, see how much you can come through. It's coming into a nice twist. You should feel the hamstring stretch from right on top of your glutes, where your hamstring starts here. So let your spine, your crown drops. Continue the decompression with this inversion here. Now slowly release, changing sides here. Left arm reach for anywhere along your right leg, and then encourage yourself to come through, to maybe look towards the ceiling if it's comfortable, or just to the right side. Remember to press down both feet. They're grounded and strong. You're not going to slip away as you twist here. Now slowly release, coming back into your wide-legged downward dog. Walk your feet back in towards your mat, coming back to about hips width here, and walk your palms slightly further out if you shorten your stance here. Nice deep breath. Taking our time to enjoy our stretch here. Slow everything down. No hurried movement. Now open up your feet with both feet pointing out towards your mat as you walk yourself back towards your feet, lowering down to Malasana here. If you want, you can always get your blocks ready if you want to sit down in the more comfortable Malasana, or if your hips allow, then have it without. So it's up to you. You can try with for a moment and then remove it towards the end. So it's better to sit up tall than hunch over. Press your tricep into the inner thigh. Press your palms together. Lift up. So this is continue to work into your hips and your inner thigh here. Breathe. So if you are sitting on the block, this is great because you're working into Skandasana, into your inner thigh. So rather than like taxing yourself and working your hips, if you don't want to, concentrate on your stretch. Before we move to that, we'll do a shoulder stretch. So exhale, release your right palm down. Inhale, left arm's going to reach up. Breathing here. Now exhale, left palm comes down, right palm goes up. So also a wee bit of a twist. You could feel down towards your hips. Now come back to center, palms back into prayer. You're going to lift up your right leg, extend it out. So the V shape here is all depend on you. So we're coming into Skandasana. So if you're sitting on the block, comfortable. If not, you're going to use your hips to hold you up here on that stretch. So it's up to you which one you want to work on. So if you've got quite a sensitive inner side, then sit on the block. Yeah. Breathing here, trying to push that left tricep in, maybe start to turn to look towards the right. We're coming back to the shoulder stretch here. You should feel some stretch here. If you don't feel anything, you're nice and comfy, then maybe encourage yourself to get off the block. So sink that hip down and immediately you feel down that thigh into the inner side. So exhale, let's release the left palm down. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Either stay here, or if you want, you can come into a bind, taking this behind you. If they don't meet, then keep the palms open, or if they do meet, then clasp them. Roll that right shoulder, look up towards the right side. So it's about, I don't know, for me it's about 1 o'clock. So keep flexing that right foot, toes pointing up, so don't let it drop in. So toes still pointing up, roll that right shoulder back. So you should feel a stretch into your inner thigh, your right shoulder. One more breath here. Now exhale, gently release your bind. Release your hips. So if you're sitting on a block, release it as we're coming down. So we're coming into a stretch into the hamstring from here. So drop that knee in, coming into wide-legged stance here. Left foot into your right inner thigh. On an inhale, extend it up. Exhale, slowly fold forward. So here again, elbows can come down, blocks, whichever. Or even for your forehead, if you want to really relax in, coming into yourself here. So we'll be here for a bit longer, about 45 seconds, 1 minute. Again, check with your right foot, still flex, toes pointing up. So you feel into the inner thigh, the inner hamstring here. Even if you're resting like me, forehead down on the block, keep your back flat, shoulders away from your ear. It will creep up for some people like me. So make sure it comes down. Feel the nice stretch on your left thigh too here. You'll move to another version after this. And then work into that right hamstring before we moved over to the left. So starting to feel into my inner hip crease, inner thigh. One more breath here. Now slowly on your next inhale, roll yourself up. We're going to change the orientation of this leg. So you're going to bring it up, swing it out. So we're working on the inner thigh here too on the left side. So you have a nice shape here, maybe 90. Some of us might be wider. So again, inhale to extend. We're going to go forward. So take your time. So feel the difference between the previous pose and this one. So maybe you feel more into your right thigh, both thighs, everywhere. So try to enjoy the feeling here as best as you can using your breath. So maybe you can't go as slow because now you got your left inner thigh to deal with. So notice the little subtle difference just changing here. If you can lower, then lower it down. Again, about 45 seconds here. So this might feel deeper than the one before. Maybe it's the same. So it really depends on the individual here. So make sure no pain on that left knee. And keeping that right foot flexed, toes pointing up. Again, neck long. So maybe some of this pose might not be as relaxing as you wish. You're still stretching. So it might not be your cup of tea, the stretches, some of it, but try your best. So don't overstrain. Slowly, now on your next inhale, you're going to come back up. So we're going to shift the fold into both direction here. So now on the inhale, you're going to start turning your torso over to your right leg. On the exhale, you're going to fold over the right. So of course you can use strap. If you want, you can use strap like this here, or you can have your block on either side. So it doesn't matter how you set it up, as long as you feel the stretch now, it should be in the middle hamstring here over your right leg. So toes still flex, pointing towards you. You can always have the elbow resting on the block. Again, make sure spine straight, flat. Enjoy that stretch here. And then using your breath, exhale to go deeper, inhale to extend your spine longer. So you don't want to compress back your spine after all the work we did before, just to decompress. So always extend spine up, sit bones down. So just doing slightly different stretch from yesterday. One more breath here. Now slowly on your next inhale, you're going to come back through center. So this time, my least favorite, you're going to turn towards the left thigh. And then exhale, walk your fingers, or like mine doesn't reach, walk your blocks. So your torso is turned towards the left side. So you feel a big stretch here on the left inner thigh. Don't forget your right leg, it's still flexed. It's still there. It's still engaging the thigh. You're just concentrating on the left side now. So big stretch here. So for some of us, the inner thigh in the groin will be screaming. It might not look like you're folding at all, like me. So some people have a really flexible inner thigh, then they can go deep. I can't. So again, posture, alignment, make sure spine is straight. No pain again on the right inner knee or left inner knee. So we don't do this stretch enough, so today we're doing it. And then we'll come back to a revolve stretch before moving on to the left. Now slowly on your next inhale, come back up to vertical. And then you're going to slide that right arm down to the side of your inner right leg. And then inhale, left arm's going to extend up. You're welcome also to still use your block if you have it, so that you can be up higher. You're still stretching into the inner thigh here, and from the top of your left waist up to your left fingertips here. So you can always use your blocks. Or if you're nice and comfortable, if your elbows and whole arm can touch down, and then you can reach your left arm towards your right. Or if you want to work deeper, straps also useful. So if you're using the strap here, again, you can open up that shoulder. That arm should be behind your head. Roll it a few rounds so that you can get it to this side. So you're opening up through the side body that way. So whichever version you choose, you're still stretching the left side and your right inner thigh. One more breath here. Make sure that left shoulder doesn't fall in. Now slowly on your next inhale, coming back through center. Exhale, you're going to scoop your right hand under your thigh. Release your left. Let's come through a windshield wiper. So maybe lots of feeling inside here. So it's nice to move the hip in. One side will be more than the other, so the right side will feel off. So once you're done here, we're going to come back where we come from. So cross your ankles. We're coming through downward facing dog. Hopefully I remember everything we did on the right side, we'll do on the left. Come back into downward dog and let's pedal. We're going to move through into Malasana from here. So stretch out first, lengthen out your spine, and then you're going to walk your feet wide, pointing out as you walk your palms in towards your feet. Bend your knees, come back into your Malasana. So again, you're welcome to use your blocks here. Sitting your spine straight, so I'm taking easy on myself, so I'm taking and enjoy my block underneath. So press your elbows in towards your inner thigh, press your palms together, lift your crown up, and enjoy the sensation here in your inner thigh, your hips. So get your breath back nice and even. So we're going to extend the left leg up. Okay, so whenever you're ready, straighten at the left leg, Skandasana. So heels down, toes up. Keep pressing your palms together. Push that thigh as wide as you can. Again, you're welcome to use the block or not. Shoulder stretch next. Now exhale, you're going to release that right palm down. So try to see if you can slide your right arm further down to the thigh if you're coming into the bind after this. So left arm comes up, open up the chest, shining it through. Maybe look either towards the ceiling or your left fingertips. And then exhale, you're going to bend your both arms and taking one behind your left waist, one behind your right side. So again, one side might be not as good. So if you can find the other side, come into a bind. And then you can feel it in your right shoulder, roll the left shoulder back, look towards the left or even look up, depending how comfortable it is for your neck. So lots of sensation here, your left thigh, your right inner groin, your shoulders. Continue to breathe nice and deep. One more breath. Now exhale, gently release. If you're still on your block, you will need to get your block out. Sit your hips down. We're coming into our stretch here. So bend the right knee away from you. Take the right foot into your left inner thigh. Maybe your right groin is talking to you. Mine is. Sitting up nice and tall, so folding forward. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding all the way down, hinging from your waist. So if you've got your blocks, you can even use cushion. So it's your practice. You can make it nice and comfy, more relaxing. You can even have a candle burning in the background, dim your lights. Nice, relaxing Friday. So whichever you choose, essential oils. So hopefully getting you nice and calm for the weekend, wherever it's going to be a nice quiet one or a activity-filled one. Just this time for yourself for some self-care stretches. Just sometimes your body just screams for stretch. And yoga is not all about your fancy poses. These are the ones that most of us love. So keep flexing into your left foot, toes pointing up. Now slowly on your next inhale, you're coming back up. So you're going to change the orientation of your right leg. So help it up. Turn it the other way around. So the thigh will be in. So it's about 90. Again, it could be wider or narrower, or depending on you. So once you're nicely set up, you're folding forward again. So inhale always to extend up, and then exhale forward. So like I said, my right inner thigh is not happy with me. I can feel it. I can't even go down low on this side. So again, more important, keep your spine flat and straight. If you want, you can use your block underneath. If you like me, not going down low for today. So still flexing into your left foot. Engaging your quad thighs down. Pull your kneecaps up. Maybe you, like me, feeling a lot of sensation down the right inner thigh, up the right inner hip crease. So wherever you're feeling the sensation, send your breath. Couple more breaths here, and then we'll fold over the left leg. Now slowly on your next inhale, work yourself back up to vertical. Turn towards your left leg. Inhale, arms over your head, extend. And then exhale, folding forward. So I'm using my block here. Slowly walk yourself down. So remember, chest shines through, back is flat. So your stretch, your setup, however you want it to be. High, low, deep, or deeper. One more breath here. And then we'll go towards the least popular fold. Now slowly on your next inhale, Moving nice and slow, coming back to vertical, and then we're going to change over to the right side. So turn your torso over to the right. So you saw my left, this side, there's not going to be much of a fold. So inhale to extend, exhale to fold forward. So yeah, nothing is happening. I think I'm going 5 degrees off 90. My right inner thigh is just saying, no, you're not going down. So as usual, in any pose, don't force. Listen to your body. No pain on that right inner knee. One more breath here, and then revolve side stretch. Now slowly on your next inhale, come back through center. So you're going to slide the left arm down on the inside of your left thigh. Or you can have your block there handy, and then inhale, right arm reaches up. And then sink into your revolve side stretch. Make sure right shoulder pulls back, open up as best as you can. Maybe look up towards the ceiling. Maybe your hand reaches down towards your toes, doesn't matter. You can always fold your elbow, open up that shoulder if that feels most comfortable for you, that you can hold it longer and maybe deepen into that pose. Feel the length here from your right outer hip all the way down your right side. Closing your eyes down. Feel your breath. Now slowly on your next inhale, you're going to inhale, coming back through. And exhale, release. Now you're going to help that right leg up, opening up, coming into a wide-legged seated fold. So we did it standing just now, so now we are coming seated. So inhale, exhale, we fold, hinging from the waist. So again, you can stay up high or low. Now both feet should be flexed, toes pointing up, spine straight, crown reaching forward, and then shoulders away from your ears. If you can come down low enough, or again, you can use blocks. Rest your forehead if that's what you want. So whichever you do, choose which will work for you. So even if you're having your head down here, make sure your chest is coming through, back is flat. And don't forget about your legs again. So from here, after this, we'll close our hips, coming into a double pigeon into the hips. So we didn't spend that much time on our hips today. Just did a Gomukhasana. So we'll come towards it. One more breath here. Now slowly on your next inhale, rising up. You're going to scoop your hand under your thigh. Bring your thighs in. Let's come into a Baddha Konasana first. So flap out. So I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a lot in my inner groin, inner hip crease. So flap it out. And then once you have enough, open up the sole, squeeze it further in depending on you, how close you want it to be. Inhale, extend out, and then exhale, gently fall forward. So maybe this is more amenable to you, maybe not. Again, you can always set up your blocks for a more comfortable position for your forehead. Again, keeping your spine straight and flat. Let your thighs fall away, gravity helping your thighs to sink. Keep pressing down your sit bones, crown reaching forward. Breathe into your inner hips, inner thighs. Shoulders again, relax away from your ears. One more breath. Now slowly on your next inhale, rising up. We're going to do our double pigeon. So right leg is going to slide under, left's going to be on top. So make sure the shins are parallel to your front of your mat. So again, different individual. If your knees really high, you can have a block or even two if it's really high, so that you can rest the thigh and the knee down. And then maybe after a while, you can release one and then the other. So flex into both feet. If you look down, you should see a triangle. So maybe you start off it being high up. So inhale to sit up straight, and then exhale to see if you can fall any deeper. So again, listen to your body. If walking forward is causing you a lot of pain that you're not going to hold here comfortably and your breath gets rugged, then stay up back high. Okay. And again, blocks can be used to support you. Maybe your intermediate height here, and the blocks provide you the comfort to hold here. Again, spine flat. Breathe into your thigh here. So we're going to finish off with double pigeon on the other side, and then we'll come to our pose that is, again, we've done it before, but we don't usually do it. So it's a punishment for your inner thigh. So we'll go into it, the frog, but with the bound version frog with a strap. If you want to do the other one without strap, you're welcome to. So I'll give you options for that. And then we'll finish with an open chest position, either Supta Baddha Konasana or like a fish pose with straight legs. Now slowly on your next inhale, you're going to lift yourself up. You're going to place your palms behind you, release your leg. And then maybe windshield wiper once or twice, just to release out any kinks in those hips here, or just release tension. And then once you're done, you're going to slide the left leg under this time. Right leg's going to be on top. So make sure heel to knee, knee to heel. It's parallel. So you're not sitting cross-legged, but if that is not accessible to you, then do the cross-leg version, because some of us really have really tight hips that this double pigeon is not accessible. Looking down, checking, you've got a triangle. And again, using block, folding forward, getting comfortable, blocks under your thigh if this side is especially tight. So if you're right-handed, you tend to favor your right side, which means your right hips would be generally tighter. Okay? So take your time, folding forward. Again, making sure you're not going over your edge. If you note that your breath gone a bit, rugged and you're holding your breath, then ease off. So most important is to keep your breath nice and even. Flex into your both feet, back is flat. Send your breath to your right outer hip here. So for those of you who want to join for the bound frog, then you make sure you have your strap ready. For those who are not doing that, you can straight away go to the frog after this pose. So I'll show you that first, and then the rest of us can bind and join. So one more breath here. Now slowly on your next inhale, you're going to rise up. Again, going through windshield wiper. So if you want to do standard frog, you're going to come off your hips. You're going to be on your knee. Make sure a lower leg is in line. So you open up your knee as wide as possible. Flex the feet so the toes are pointing up. So you're almost at in 90-90, and you lower yourself down. Make sure hips is over your knee. Don't go too back, it won't feel. Don't go too front. So some of us will be high, some of us can get the hips all the way down. So remember to flex in the feet, you feel into inner side, long hold. Those who want to do the bound version, you use your strap. Come into butterfly. Loop your strap around your waist and then loop around both feet. So you want this butterfly to be nice and tight. The strap should be taut. So loop it around as much as you can that you can't move. So once you're there, you have done this before with me, some of you, make sure your toes are open nice and big. You're going to flip over. So hop, hop, and then you're down. So you're in like an inverted butterfly. Really open the inner thigh. So again, both poses works on your inner side, but it feels different for both. So some of us may find one that is more comfortable or least comfortable. So take your pick. I gave you a choice. So again, you can have a block or cushion underneath. Slide the knee up away from each other as much as you can so that you're getting that hip slow down towards the ground to really work into that inner thigh. So that's why I call this a torture. If this is unavailable to you, you can always still continue to do your butterfly. Okay. So we're not doing yin, so we'll be here about 45 seconds, a minute. So not as long as in yin. About last 2 breaths here. Now slowly on your next inhale, get yourself back up. Not the easiest thing to do. So once you're back, if you have the strap like me, release it out. Again, you can windshield wiper, or you can drop your knees in. So coming into inner rotation because you had enough of outer hip rotation here. Now scoot yourself towards the front of the mat. So option here, no back bend for easy. So you're going to stack it such a way that you have one block in your mid back. You don't have much of a arch here into your lower back. The other one will be here. Come into constructive rest and then rest here. Okay. For the rest of us who are okay to do back bend, then you can come into a Block T-shape, horizontal, vertical. The lower block's going to reach where your bra strap is, your sports bra. Then you come down. The back block is to rest your head, so more of an arch into your lower back. You also have the option of a constructive rest, knees together, feet wide, Baddha Konasana. If you don't want, legs straight. Okay, so you have a choice of that. So open chest here, stretch into your shoulder, let your shoulders fall away, and just really relax into here. We'll be here 1 minute, and then we'll move into Shavasana. So get yourself set up. You're also welcome to lower the block behind. So some of us like to have a stretch in the neck. Again, just do whatever that is most comfortable for you. Don't have to look the same as others. So allow your shoulders to roll, squeeze your shoulder blades together, let your shoulders fall away. Two more breaths here. Now slowly on your next inhale, you're going to put your elbow down, gently lifting up so that you can remove the blocks away from underneath you. Come back onto your back. Squeeze your knees in towards your chest. And then just rock side to side. If you want to finish in a spinal twist, please do. The sound you hear in the background is my dog dreaming. So I wonder what he's dreaming there. So slowly come back to center, switch sides. And then if you want, come through a happy baby before you go into Shavasana. Or any movement before you end in Shavasana. So as and when you're ready, set up and just let your whole body feel heavy. And hopefully your body feel nice, stretched and relaxed. So despite that we didn't do anything strenuous, Shavasana is still needed towards the end of class. Getting your mindset to ready to get off the mat. But before that, to appreciate what you have done on the mat and enjoy all the goodness you have generated for your body here. So thank you again for joining me today for today's deep stretch. I hope your body feels refreshed, you're relaxed, all ready for your weekend. And I'd like to honor and thank you for your presence here. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you next week. Namaste. I'll send the schedule out. Ta-ta!